So it seems most of the problems in the last week have been patched this weekend, so the game should be back to normal, I hope. But today I'll be flying the Hyperion bomber. This is the first time that I'm using a Marauder ship or bomber class battleship in this game for PvP. For the most part, I am very happy with this ship. I do have plans to change the rigs. I really want to have 4P integrations on the Hyperion bomber. It does feel like overkill, and maybe it is, but I really want to see what I can make with the Marauders in this game. Unfortunately, the old nanocore is still not available, which kinda sucks, and I really hope that they add the old nanocores for the bomber class battleships, not only for this ship, but for the Abaddon, Rock, and Maelstrom as well. I'm fairly sure the developers have been caught off guard by the network problems, and that's probably the reason why everything is a little bit delayed now. In any case, let me just quickly show you the nanocore that I leveled up. Now, it is gold. The nanocore is golded, which means that I have another extra set of traits to level up. And I think I didn't completely max it out, which is a good thing, because I wanted to save some for when the ship is available, so that I can record while leveling this nanocore. But here you can take a look at the stats of the Burning Knight nanocore. It is golden, or however the term is, and as you can see, I still have some other stats there to add, which is not a big deal. I have materials for all of that, so I can easily just max it out, but I want to do that while it's equipped on the ship. So hopefully that's going to happen very soon. But as I mentioned before, or should I say as I mentioned on the start of the video, this is going to be the first time I'm using this ship for PvP, and it was kind of a test run to see what it can do, how it would perform, and honestly I'm pretty happy so far with the bomber. Even though I have a relatively cheap build, I'm mostly happy with it because it worked the way I wanted it to work, which is again which was the goal with this particular ship here. So the first target for today will be a Rattlesnake. Now usually I would use, the Dominic's Navy or the Macariel in some cases, but I felt like flying this ship today. I'm very glad that I did take the Hyperion bomber. I mean, it is honestly really fun to use the new ships, and the game felt really fresh for me. As you'll see what I'm talking about. Today was a very weird day for sure, but oh look, a Raven, that's interesting. Now let's see what the Raven will be doing here. Are they going to go to a mission or something? Nope, they will dock, I believe. And there is also some other... Local is actually packed, which is kind of funny. There's a Rattlesnake there, and we had some other ships
Warp drive active
as well, but they were on the gate. Well, the first target, Rattlesnake. My friend went to tackle. No, my friend's intel was a little bit wrong. They said the Rattlesnake was 30 from 0, but when I land here, you will see that it wasn't exactly 0. Far away from it, actually. Far from 0. Far from 30, actually. Far from 30, and I have no micro warp drive or afterburner. I just wanted to go full trunk on this, which is not a good idea if the target is further away. This build is good if you have an exact warp in on your target. I still would say if you are hunting, have an afterburner or a micro warp drive, it's definitely much safer to have that, since if you mess up the warping you can approach. In my case, I can approach, but my approach speed is going to equal the approach speed of a snail, so yeah. So, there is the Rattlesnake. They are 40... They would have been 50 kilometers away from zero, not 30 as my friend said. But they also seem to be fast. The Rattlesnake does seem to use an afterburner or a micro warp drive. And they're using ordinary drones. They also seem to have a nano core. But based on what I'm seeing, based on the way the Rattlesnake is moving, I would say they're trying to orbit around the RB, but that's not going to work since the RB is much faster, and obviously you are not going to be outmaneuvering a RB with a battleship even if you have a micro warp drive. So I'll use the same trick I used last time with the Balgorn, which honestly is a trick that works when you're fighting with a inexperienced pilot that doesn't know all the tricks, and they just orbit, and they basically go towards your ship eventually. They approach you, you don't approach them, and they do that without realizing it. So that's kind of a very nice tactic that you can use against less experienced pilots in PvP. Well, I'm slowly, or should I say, the Rattlesnake is slowly approaching me, so that's lovely. Very soon the Rattlesnake will be within... I mean, I can already fire, I can already shoot. I just don't want to get criminal timer unless I have scrambler on the Rattlesnake. But I think I might open fire a bit earlier, and also have the Bastion module, which I'll be using today as well. That Bastion module is pure gold. It's like, it makes your battleship like a mini dreadnought. Extra repair, basically 100% extra armor repair, is already kind of ridiculously high. And Bastion module is engaged. Now I cannot warp, which is not a big deal. The cycle time is not that bad. Scrambled and wept, and now the Rattlesnake has been scrambled and wept by my ship. I also have two large Nosferatus, which I would actually say might feel like overkill, but this ship is designed to fight versus vast majority of it's designed to fight against multiple ships. Not meant for 1v1, but it can easily do 1v1, but it is meant to tank a lot of ships, and it's meant to tank a lot of DPS, which it can actually do really well. Dual adaptives and a damage control. And one thing, it is capacitor stable, by the way, with all three repairs active. I also plan to enhance the capacitor stability with some integrations that I might steal from the Balgorn, or I might just buy new rigs and add to this ship. But yeah, a capacitor stable with 3 repairs, I'll take it. I mean, a 1 armor repair repairs like 3, since I repair like 5,000 armor per repair. Minimum, I think that's like the minimum value. I have also enhanced that. And with the nano core, it will be doubled minimum, so maybe we're looking at 12,000 armor repaired every cycle per 1 repair, by the way. I have 3 and I'm capacitor stable with that, so yeah. This is a very, very, very lovely ship. I think the next bomber that I'll buy will be the Abaddon, since it has neutralizer resistance, which I believe is going to be really fun. You basically cannot kill the capacitor on that thing. It's a very interesting ship, to say the least, and definitely going to be the next ship that I'll be using. And the Rattlesnake decided to shoot at me. That's fine. The drones are still there. My friend had to warp, since the drones, not the drones exactly, but the Rattlesnake did do some damage, and here I was actually kind of worried that the Rattlesnake might burn away, since I have 1 web, the Rattlesnake has 2 webs, so technically they slow me down more than I slow them down, which does mean that they have a chance to slip away. So the RB needs to return to hold the Rattlesnake so that I can... I mean, I'm here to basically tank damage, and 1 armor repair and I'm already already
We're under attack.
tanking the Rattlesnake. It's kind of funny. I mean, I have 2 more repairers that are not doing anything, and I am not going to use them at the moment since I don't really need to use them. Might save the capacitor for the case where I actually need them. But 1 armor repair more than enough to hold the Rattlesnake, to hold the DPS coming from the Rattlesnake. I think the Rattlesnake might be a tanky build. Didn't seem like they have a lot of DPS. I mean, I can still tank the Rattlesnake with 1 repairer. At best, at best 2 repairers in some instances, but I'm still capacitor stable with all 3 active, so I'm really not worried. And the tank is also really good. I think it's 85 minimum on all damage types. Maybe higher since I have the thermocirculation implant active. Around 88-90%, something like that. I mean, I can easily just bump up the resistance even more if I feel like it. Just lose 1 repair, add 1 adaptive or reactive, and that will also do the job, and still will retain a crazy amount of tank with the repairs. So overall, I'm very happy. Actually, not sad anymore that I sold the navies, because this thing tanks more than a navy. The navy has the resistance, this thing has repairs, and honestly, the Bastion module, the Citadel module, makes tanking this much more fun than a navy. Absolutely outperforming navies when it comes to tank. There's just no other way around it. And my capacitor is in a fantastic shape, which is again very good. The Rattlesnake is slowly going down. I mean, I have some... This is actually some very nice alpha with my blasters here, considering the fact that I have no DPS on this ship since it's pure tank. So 10,000 alpha, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain at all. That's really good. That's really solid. And the Rattlesnake has been destroyed. That was honestly enjoyable. And we got a shield generator. Isn't that lovely? I have been looking for one, didn't want to buy one for the market, thought it would be too expensive. Now I got one for free. Lovely. My cells will enjoy the shield generator now. Will be fun to test that module out. And that's how you get free modules. I mean, you just have to find the right ship to destroy, and yeah, that's what happens. That was good. That was funny. That was fun and fun at the same time, since 1 armor repair was enough to tank the Rattlesnake. Now, they did have a tanky build. Well, tanky build. Does seem to be tank fitted. Not exactly a bad, but not exactly a good build. So, not going to say much about that. Not what I would use on the Rattlesnake, that's for sure. But that was fun, and that was a good catch. Definitely nice to find a shield generator just laying around inside that Rattlesnake. And salt, so of course, salt. I still don't understand salt in low sec. I mean, there's like 70 different warnings when you enter low sec that it's a free-for-all area basically. The game warns you that you can get destroyed by other players, and players confirm that they are entering that. So yeah, there's no one else to blame but the pilot if their ship gets yeeted in low sec by pirates. Now, this is going to be a fun one. There is a Raven. Now my nose immediately smelled bait. I mean, the Raven was here for a very long time and they haven't been doing much. If I smell a bait, no problem. I mean, I'll take the bait. This is why I actually got the ship. It's a very good ship for a bait moment, since it's designed to take the bait quite easily. Now, one little fun fact though, when I warped in, you could see the Raven starting to actually attempt to warp. They did not want to fight the Hyperion bomber. That's what I initially thought, but eventually, yeah, obviously it was a bait to scrammers, a web, and a target painter. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm going to approach, and And this is where things will get quite funny. Just pay attention to what's warping in. Now, the Raven is... Oh, there we go. There is a trainer. A Thrasher trainer. And initially I thought to myself, well, what the hell am I watching here? And you might be also wondering, what the hell is this? What the hell is going on here? And if I have to be absolutely honest with you, I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, that's actually a Thrasher trainer and a Caracal trainer. I don't know if it's like alts or different players. I have absolutely no idea. But all of these ships are apparently designed to be bait in one way or the other. So I'm still kind of confused. What the hell am I seeing here? And I have no idea what's happening, but in any case, I got jumped by a bunch of trainers and a Raven. Oh well, one repairer will do the job. I'll just drop the drones on the Thrasher. The drones can easily eat the ship alive. One of my repairers is going to be more than enough to just absorb all the damage, or should I say repair all the damage. And I was wondering at this moment, did they really think that a Raven, a trainer cruiser and a trainer battlecruiser, a trainer destroyer are enough to destroy a Hyperion bomber? That's what I was thinking while fighting here. Did they really think that that kind of bait is going to be enough for this ship? I'm still confused, and I'm still thinking, did they really think that's going to work? I don't know. I mean, I have as many questions as you have right now. In any case, both the annoying small ships have been yeeted. They have been removed just, to remove distractions. The two trainers were honestly just distraction. The primary target remained the Raven, of course. And one repair is definitely more than enough. They still have the Kremlis weapon painted on my ship, but they are shooting at the RB with rapid missiles, so that's kind of funny to think about. I expected them to lift the painter and drop the painter on the RB to apply the damage better, but apparently that painter is reserved for my ship for some odd reason. And the Raven is slowly losing shield. I'm using the implant, of course. Did think to leave the implant without, did think to just leave the implant to use it for tank, but honestly, I don't really need any extra tank at the moment. Might as well go for extra DPS, shotgun mode as I like to call it, with the thermal circulation here, and I'm also taking a little bit range. Don't want to be literally at zero, since still tracking is a thing. Even though I have enhanced tracking with the Citadel module, with the Bastion module, I still want to fight in the optimal range, which is about 9 kilometers. That's where I will. That's the distance that I'll stop the ship. My capacitor is in flawless shape. One repair was working. I only needed one repair, honestly. It's still hilarious that I still have 2 repairs that I haven't touched yet. I don't know if I'll ever need to use more than 1 repair on this ship. There are probably going to be moments where I get jumped by 50 ships or something where I will use all 3. But for now, 1 repair did the job just fine. And well, the Raven was destroyed, and I have no idea what just happened here. That was the weirdest bait that I've ever seen, probably one of the weirdest baits that I've ever seen. I expected, if it were like 3 Ravens or something, I can still tank that with, if it were 3 Ravens, I might have used 2 repairs at best. I can still tank all that with 2 repairs. The third one is, in some cases, but I don't think that I'll ever use 3 repairs on the ship. In any case, that was honestly fun. My friend and I we were both quite confused at what the hell just happened and what the hell that was. But I love the ship. The Hyperion bomber, the Marauder, is really good, and the tank is exactly what I expected. and this is like the cheap build still. I think it's still relatively cheap. So from this point on, this ship will just get tankier and tankier, and I just cannot wait to see what the final tank and build on this thing will look like. And of course,
Warp drive active.
the Raven that was baiting was salty. Of course, they have been. Why am I even surprised? Like, and actually, I'm a little bit surprised. They obviously set up a bait, and they set up a bait to destroy our ships. So they accept the risk in losing their own ship, but when they do lose the ship to our ships, to our fleet, they complain about it. I don't understand that. Like, coming with a purpose for PvP, and then complaining when you lose the ship in PvP, I think that's kind of counterproductive. I think that's really counterproductive, and I don't know. I mean, they have been salty, and they actually left their corporation afterwards, which I have no idea what happened, but there's definitely a lot of salt in the background that I was unaware of. But in any case, that was a fun little run with the Hyperion bomber. I'm very happy with this ship. Well, I'll definitely be flying this a lot more often now. It's a very enjoyable ship to use. I love it. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, play safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.